That was one of my favorite tips in the book. So, as a final question, I wanted to ask you what your favorite tip it was in the book to share.
Oh, it's difficult to choose from so
I
many.
know it's hard. It's a hard question.
I will definitely say there is one quote or an insight which is in the 16th chapter, which I think is the 15 chapters. The first 15 chapters of this book, Observe to Unmask, I've given insights. I haven't offered solutions in most cases. But the 16th chapter, very indirectly, I'm offering solutions. There's a quote of mine that I've quoted, that I've actually coined, which has comes from my novel, The Suitable Inheritor, which traverses Chicago, Peru, and India. But I took this quote and I put it in Observe to Unmask because I felt when it came to people, careers, and relationships, uh, I do feel that this quote will enable people to lead an extraordinarily happy and successful life. Not just a successful life with happiness missing or happiness there, but not a successful life, which is this quote called Pursue your passion, work with your intuition, learn as a child, and adapt as water. It is an insight in itself. It says, pursue your passion, work with your intuition, learn as a child, and adapt as water. And if I have a minute, if I can explain it, uh, if you're okay with that. Uh,
I would love that. It's so beautiful. Pursue your passion, work with your intuition, learn as a child, and adapt as water. Please expand on that. It's beautiful.
so people say, pursue your passion. Great. To your point, we're in difficult times. How can I pursue my passion? Or some people have pursued and not met with success because there are some things we didn't do with it correctly. And this is again from my own experience, my own failures, as well as my own successes and triumphs. Pursue your passion. If you were to ask yourself a question, whether you're in a job and you want to start, take the, become a full-time entrepreneur or make it into a side hustle or whatever, anything that you want to do, creative, writing, painting, dancing, anything, pursue your passion. That means if you were to ask yourself that question, what is that one occupation, profession, or avocation or hobby that I would do if I did not have to work for money? That one thing each of us know. If we did not have to work for money, we did not have any monetary concerns. What's that one thing? Once you find that out, you know that you either enjoy it, you're good at it, you're interested. So that's the passion. That's something you want to pursue. Now, once you've done that, the other thing is to say, do I have the courage, whether it's full time, it's a side hustle, it's a weekend thing, do I have the courage or the goal to pursue it? Uh, Pursue it in a sense without worrying about the financial or the non financial consequences. So you start to pursue it, you start to get better at it, you start to give it a little time or a lot of time, get better, hone it, revise, and do a little bit as regularly, if not every day, to become better. You immerse in it. Gradually, you start to immerse in it. You become one with it. And to your point, as you rightly said, you love it. So when you immerse yourself, you love it, you enjoy it, you actually get to a point where you started to pursue the passion, but the next stage comes that you are each of us were then caught with a maze or a crossroad of making a difficult choice or a tough or an important decision. Now, how do you make that? Data will help you, but you're still confused. You're ambivalent. You may go consult somebody. It may work for you. So that's the time you stay silent from within. You listen to your inner voice, your gut. It will tell you, your inner voice, whether you believe in God or you don't. There are people who believe in logic, but yet they got married to somebody they loved. That time they did not listen to anybody. Their parents said, don't get married to her. She's not right for you. They're scientists, they're doctors who only believe in data, but they got married to somebody they loved. So that's the inner voice. If you're silent from within, you're serene from within, you're calm from within, your inner voice will point you to it. So that's why I said, pursue your passion, work with your intuition. Your intuition works, helps you clear that, the cobwebs of your mind. Then comes pursue your passion, work with your intuition, learn as a child. Observe a child. We were all children. A child is curious, open minded, willing to experiment without the fear of failure or rejection. A child does not say, I know it all. The problem is, as we get better with what we are doing, we start to think, oh, I'm a master, I'm proficient, I've done this for 20 years, I'm an expert. It's good when you have to, market and promote yourself. That's great. But internally, if you are curious, you're open minded, willing to experiment, you are receptive to experiences and encounters that you've never experienced, you've never been through. So that allows you to get onto the path, like I mentioned somewhere in the early part of the conversation, is to rediscover, to relearn, to unlearn, and to reinvent. And then to tell yourself, you always stay the student of your craft, you always stay a novice, no matter how good or outstanding you get. So you stay as a child. And then when that happens, the final stage comes. Pursue your passion, work with your intuition, learn as a child, and adapt as water. Observe water. If you observe water, water changes its form as though no shape is uncertain, no shape is certain. It floats in and out of different types of vessels and cups, and yet retains its ability to quench thirst. That's because water is constantly transforming. So we can transform constantly, be flexible, be adaptable. Then success is bound to happen. So if you're adaptable during COVID, if we look at the small things in life that we're extremely grateful for, and we can turn a crisis and adversity into an opportunity, or turn our wounds or turn our setbacks into a comeback, make small victories, small wins, that's where we'll be able to adapt as water. So pursue your passion, work with your intuition, learn as a child, and adapt as water. That is one of the biggest insights that it's not just that something that I'm sharing with the reader. I have the onus to follow it as regularly as I need to, because that's something that has helped me a lot. And I can't be a hypocrite to say the reader needs to do it and I don't do it.
I love that. It's almost like a mantra to live.